Hey brothers, Rob here. In this video, I'm going to talk about building a good strategy to take a site and how to not overcomplicate it and to, while using old ideas, keep them new and fresh and not readable by the other team. So in this video here, this first round I'm going to go over, this is from a main match from a few weeks ago. This is going to be just like an A execute here. And the key thing that we're trying to get rid of, the last two rounds, we've gone fast mid. So you can see here we went mid, and here we did literally the same thing, we went mid. So I understand that the other team is going to be focused heavily towards this mid site. We can see that their opper is, oh, if it'll let me, here we go, perfect. Their opper is located in mid, and so in their connector player, which is the key thing here for an A hit on Mirage, their connector player is sold towards mid, even though we literally haven't thrown anything there, but that's like a worry of them because that's the main thing they've seen from us so far. So we can see here on A, the only A player is playing passive because he knows that he doesn't have help. And this strat is really to like pick off this player, whether he's playing at default or he's playing at CT, which are probably like the two most common spots for your A anchor to be chilling at. And it's going to be really simple too. So it's just going to involve a jungle smoke and a stair smoke, and then a flashbang that lands. We'll see it here, and it's going to pop right above the palace, and there's going to be two of those. And then for me running out ramp, I've got two lamp flashes from the penguins who threw the stair smoke. So we can see that this is not something that, like, well, this is main. This isn't something that, like, you know, even a matchmaking like pickup team would be able to run something like this with basic general knowledge. But that doesn't mean that it's a bad idea, right? We can see that very quickly, and this is also because of like our build up into the round, but that we gain control of the site, and that I've told my players that our goal is to take CT, and we need to get rid of this CT player. So we can see Mild here pressuring towards CT, and that Devil is coming in, well, a little bit late. You can see Mild just wins these two duels, and ideally Devil here is like a little bit closer behind him, but that's okay that he isn't, because Mild is able to find those two kills. But that we find these two kills and we're into a 5v3. And this also helps because you can, if you look at their utility here at the beginning of the round, I also know that, you know, their utility is quite low, which means that this is a great round to run and execute. We talked about like the default that really like is, you know, if we know they have a lot of utility, we want them to use it. If these guys, you know, if this, we can see like this A player, he threw his Molotov immediately so that he could cross to connector, and now like you look at their A player here, he's got one Molotov left, which he is going to use, but it's honestly like a little late, and that really isn't going to like affect us coming out onto the bomb site. The other key part about this is the timing on these executes. So typically I think a lot of players think that right here is when the swing should start to happen. But if we see like right when both these smokes pop, 4 players are on the bomb site. I've got 3 people swinging ramp or 3 people swinging palace and 1 guy swinging ramp. And if we go on board here with the CT player, so if we just play this from his perspective, we can see he's jiggling ramp. He sees some smokes coming over. He's blind. He falls back. He gets blinded again. He goes to reswing, and he just, at this point, he has not been able to throw, like, I think he got his Molotov up there while he was blind, but we can see that it wasn't accurate, right? And that he never had an opportunity to actually fight against this rotate, or this execute, because everyone was onto the site so quickly. You can see that while he's blind, like, you know, he's able to get the Molotov down, but that doesn't necessarily mean he really ever had a chance to fight for that round, right? Because of our timing here, where you can see that, you know, I'm calling for them to go when I release my smoke here. So my smoke goes out, or it's on the first flash. So my flash is thrown like right after the smoke. And on that pop is when the first guys are swinging, but these two smokes are not down. And if we look at where the other A players are, this guy's not peeking. Why can't I draw? Stairs guy isn't peeking. Window guy didn't get called over until when these smokes started to bounce, right? So we can see that it really doesn't matter, and that right when the smoke pops is when he like gets there. And so he's not actually able to find a shot. I actually think he probably should have been able to. But the timing here ideally, right, is that he gets to this point, scopes in. Oh yeah, you can see the moment that he peaks is right when that smoke pops. So he has no ability to help his teammate, and our guys are still not put in danger. But we have overloaded this bomb site with people before these two smokes popped. And then that means that now, you know, we have full control of the site. We're able to, you know, set up into our post plants, and we will eventually win this round. It does come down into 2v2 because we just did a bad job at our post plant positions, and Penguins should have found the flank over here, but did not. And then a few other things that I'll have to go over in another video of why rounds like this sometimes fall apart because of our post plants. But you get the idea with the strat that it's really critical that we don't confuse, as the IGL, we don't confuse our players with doing something that's too complicated for them, but that we understand the reasons, the small reasons as a team why this will work, and why we want to go out before these smokes pop, and how that, while maybe the first guy here dies, you know, maybe when Nack swings here, he understands that like this could be an opper and he's just staring right at him, and that he's going to get like pre-fired even though the guy's blind, and Nack's going to die. It means that we're all going to take the site and we're still going to win the round. If I move on here, let's see what these rounds are. This is an eco. I think there was one more that I wanted to talk about on a set execute. Where'd it go? Yeah, here it is. Okay, this round. So we have already run the two smokes, jungle and stair. So here you're gonna see us do the exact same thing. So the other team, they already understand like this is a possibility. You can see that even like, you know, this is quite a bit farther into the round, and we've hit the A bomb site a couple times. So you can see that like their connector player is not playing connector, and he's playing towards the A bomb site, and that the CT player is now playing towards CT. And even like when these smokes start to come over, since the mid player didn't see anything when he was looking mid, he's already rotated over to the A bomb site. And right now, all three of these players are saying this has got to be A, but like maybe it seems that they're still talking to their B players, saying this isn't like set yet, right? And our call here is that we're sending three people top mid, and we're just gonna book it right up cat, and we're gonna find the and we're gonna like hit the B bomb site as I just run out and fake. And so you can see the timing here as I'm still making noise here towards A, and I still have all the attention drawn towards the A players. And the second that I find this kill, you'll watch the B player starts to rotate out. And right when he rotates out, he goes, oh shit, they're on B. And then here comes the B hit. And so this is a fake that we've called from the beginning of the round, that while like technically is not difficult for our players, is difficult for the other team to read because of the timing here and how we understand, you know, how my mid players understand when they're supposed to go out, and that, you know, they're not supposed to go out right when we throw the smokes, but at the same time, they're not supposed to run out mid when I die. If they run out mid right when I die, then, you know, these two players are gonna make the call, hey guys, it's not A, right? You know, this guy is looking at ramp and he sees me, and I'm gonna play, you know, kind of like a little game with him as I'm trying to like kill, and I get really lucky here as this guy like changes where he's looking at, and I find that entry. And especially when I find this entry, that's like really, really helpful, because now these two players are still locked no matter what they know to fight for the A bomb site. But that we can see that my players are already up cat when I die, but they're not like on B. So that the timing here, once again, is like quite well done by us, in that we do find this round. Well, a little sketchy here in the 1v3 because we just swung into them, or I guess it becomes a 1v2. But hopefully that kind of like helps explain a little bit about how, when we're, my main point is that when we're making the executes, I think a lot of people try to overcomplicate things for their teams and make the strategies something new and weird and different that involves a lot of pieces that can easily fall apart and not work. And that even at a high level of Counter-Strike, we can run things that aren't technically difficult, but still, like, from a mind game and like the back end of the idea works very well and will work at like even the highest levels, as you can see here. So hopefully that kind of helps you understand when you're writing up your executes for next season, what really you need to do, and how you can, as an IGL, not confuse your team and make things too difficult to learn and understand.